Welcome everybody to your deep hip stretch. You're going to need at least 2 blocks and a nice thick blanket. Come and join me on the mat. I'm going to start in child's pose today, so bring the knees nice and wide, big toes together. Feel free to sit on a blanket or a block or have one down for the forehead to rest on. Knees wide, toes together. Bring the body down, rest the arms, the hands and the forehead. Take a deep breath in when you get there. Let the body sink as you exhale. Feel free to rock the forehead side to side a few times as we start to tune in with the breath. In and out through the nose. Deep inhales down to the belly. Feel it expand. Nice long exhales to empty the lungs. Keep allowing the body to soften with each exhale, creating some space with the inhale. And just allowing each breath to get a little deeper, a little longer. Come into stillness if the head was going side to side. Allow the hands to be heavy, elbows sinking into the ground. Relaxing all the muscles in the face, unclenching the jaw. The legs are heavy, the feet are heavy. Grounding down. Breathing deep. Finding that inner stillness as we slow down the heart rate, slow down the mind, as we slow down the breath. Feel free to set an intention for your practice today, whether that is just to have a nice deep hip stretch, whether that's to slow down and relax, whatever it may be. I'm going to take 3 more breaths here, nice and slow. On your last exhale, slowly lift the head, look forward, blink the eyes open. Let's take it straight to a side stretch. Walk the hands off to whichever side you like first. Rest the arms down, rest the head back down. Breathe into the side body, feel the ribs stretch. Keep relaxing into it as you exhale. One more deep breath here. Exhale to lift the head. Walk the hands over to the other side. And rest the arms, rest the head down. And just notice which side of the body feels a little tighter, a little bit more open. Just noticing without judgment. Take a deep breath into it. Feel the body expand. And just breathe out any tension or tightness. One more breath here. As you exhale, lift the head, come back to the middle. Press up onto hands and knees, bring the knees underneath the hips. Curl the toes under. I'm going to walk the body up to be upright on the knees. Hands to lower back, just press the hips forward. You can keep the chin tucked into the chest. We're just going to lengthen the front of the hip flexors after they've been tight in child's pose. If you'd like to go deeper, you can drop the head all the way back. But remember, it's quite heavy to lift back up. Breathe as deep as you can. Squeezing the glutes, pressing the hips forward. And on the exhale, bring yourself back up and sit down on the heels. Make sure the toes are curled under. Open up the feet first. Spread the toes as wide as you can. Inhale, reach up to the sky, look up. Exhale, take a big backward circle with the arms as wide as you can. Same again, inhale to the sky. Exhale, circle back. One more. Exhale, back. And then back forward to tabletop. Let's wake up the spine. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the head and hips. Exhale, press and round, tuck the chin into the chest. Inhale down. Exhale, round. Inhale down. Exhale, round. Press and hold for another breath. And bring the spine back to neutral. Send the left leg back on the toes. Just press back and forth, wake up the calf muscle. And the next time you come forward, shoulders over wrists, we're going to lift the leg, bend the knee, and we're going to draw big circles with the kneecap. So just around the hip joint, coming nice and parallel. Try not to overextend, so we're tilting at the lower back. You keep nice and square in the hips. Just let that hip move around the socket. Keep pressing strong through the arms. And then reverse the circle, opposite direction. This one might be a little harder. Keep breathing deep through the nose. And then we're going to lift and hold parallel out to the side like fire hydrants. Squeeze that glute muscle. Big breath in. Exhale, kick the foot out and then plant it on the ground. From here, we're going to send the hips back. You'll feel a nice deep stretch down the back of the leg or the inner thigh. And we're just going to shift back and forth. If you prefer to sit back and hold, you can do that. Toes can be curled under to sit on the heel. Or if you prefer to shift back and forth, you can do that too. Keep breathing deep through the nose. One more breath wherever you are. And coming back forward to tabletop. Switching sides, right leg goes back. Rock back and forth first, wake up the calf muscle. Deep breath in. And out. Rock forward, shoulders over wrists, strong in the arms. Lift the leg, bend the knee. Big circles around the knee. Keep the hips nice and square, don't overextend the leg. You might have a few pops or clicks going on in the hips. Keep breathing deep. And reverse the circle, opposite direction. Keep pressing strong through both hands. And when you're ready, I'm going to turn the opposite way on my mat for this one. Lift the leg out parallel. Squeeze the glute muscle, deep breath in. Exhale, kick the foot out and plant it on the ground. And again, we pulse back and forth. Just notice the difference on this leg without any judgment. It might be tighter, it might be more flexible. Wherever it is, just breathe into it. Feel free to sit back and hold the stretch or keep pulsing back and forth. Moving with the breath. One more breath wherever you are. And coming back forward to tabletop. Grab your blocks if you have them. Bring them onto the middle setting. Left leg to start. Same again, bend the knee, lift the foot. Inhale to arch the spine, lift the foot high. Exhale, round, squeeze the knee right up into the chest. And then step the foot between the blocks. Coming to low lunge. Front foot is under the front knee. We sink the hips down, walk the blocks back so we can lift the chest. Back toes can either be curled under or flat, whichever feels best. Blocks on whichever height you need. Just make sure the shoulders are down and relaxed and not squeezed up to the ears. Take a deep breath. Let that hip flexor open up on the right side. Breathe into it. Make sure the blocks are just there for support and that we're still nice and strong in the legs. Make sure the front leg isn't coming out to the side. Keep it in the middle. A good idea is to always squeeze the legs into the middle. As the hips sink down to open up, feel free to close the eyes. As we deepen the breath so the body can open up a little more. Sending that inhale down to the stomach, down to wherever the tightness is. Allow it to expand, create the space, and then release the tension with the exhale. Be with that sensation, it will pass. Deeper the breath, deeper the stretch. And let's find a flow, coming back to half split as we straighten the front leg, keeping the toes down. And then we bend back to the lunge. Lifting the chest. Moving with the breath, stretching the hamstring. You can move as slow as you like. One more of each. And we'll all meet back in the lunge. Keeping the left hand on the block, you can walk it further away. The right arm is going to come up and over into a side stretch. Adjust wherever you need to. Big breaths. One more. Exhale to circle the arm back down. Frame the foot with the blocks. Lift the hips up and back as we slide the foot back. Opposite leg. Right leg goes up, arch the spine, inhale. Exhale, round, squeeze knee right up into the chest and step the foot forward. Find the lunge on the opposite leg. This one might feel very tight now after we've opened up the opposite side. Find wherever feels good. Chest is lifted, shoulders are relaxed. Hips sinking down. Nice and strong in the legs, squeezing them together. Blocks just there for support. Deep breath in. Long breath out. And again. Allowing the hips to sink as you breathe. Notice the sensation change with each breath. The more the space opens up, the more the body can relax into it. Keep sending that inhale down into the hip. Open it up with the breath. As you exhale, let's flow. Pull back to half split. Stretch the hamstring. And back to the lunge. Moving with your own breath. One more of each. As you come back to the lunge, right hand on the block, move it out to the side, left arm into the side stretch. Keep the chest up to the sky so we're not collapsing too much. Big deep breaths. One more. As you exhale, circle the arm back down, frame the foot with the blocks. Lift the hips up and back to slide the foot back. Again, let's come to camel pose, hands to the lower back. Press the hips forward, chin tucked, or head all the way back. Squeezing the elbows together, big breath. Exhale to lift back up and sit down on the heels. Now this is where we're going to grab the blanket. So we're going to come to frog pose, which is a very deep hip stretch, but don't worry, we're not going to be here forever. Bring the blanket as wide as your knees go comfortably, and then bring the blocks in front, or you can have some cushions or a bolster. Now, knees are wide, but unlike child's pose, the feet are also going to go wide. And if they can turn outwards, so the inner arch of the foot is on the ground, perfect. If not, perfect. Wherever is comfortable. So let the knees go as wide as feels comfortable. And then bring the blocks in front. You can stay up on the hands first, and we're just going to pulse the hips backwards and forwards. And you're going to feel this straight away, right in the front of the hips, the inner thighs. Close the eyes if it helps, and really focus on the breath. Use it to open up that space. Use it to help the mind relax. The deeper we breathe, the easier it will be. If you prefer to bring the forearms down onto the blocks, you can. Just make it a little bit more comfortable. Or if you have a bolster or a cushion to lie on, that might be very nice as well. And either stay with the pulse forward and back, or when you press back to your edge, hold it there and breathe. You can always hold for a few breaths, come back and pulse back and forth, and then hold again. Just ease the hips into it, especially if you haven't been in this pose before. The body might feel a little bit confused. The mind might be telling you, no, this is too difficult, let's get out. But we're just trying something new. So the breath will keep the mind calm, which will help the body relax and open up a little more. And your hips might feel like jelly afterwards, but you'll have so much more mobility the next day. So deep inhale down to wherever it's tight, let it expand. Breathe away that tightness. Deep breaths in and out through the nose. Notice that sensation. Notice how it changes with each breath. And especially with poses like this one, when we can practice sitting in a bit of discomfort with the stretch, it makes us that much stronger for when we have real life situations that we might have to sit in that aren't very comfortable, and we get a lot easier at controlling ourselves, controlling our emotions, our reactions, and just sitting and taking a breath and thinking, this too shall pass. This won't last forever. This pain won't last forever. Everything passes in time. So the more we can sit with the discomfort in a yoga pose, the easier it is to handle in daily life. So not only are you getting a deep hip stretch, you're training your mind for the future, so well done. Take one more big deep breath in. Exhale, lift the head. Coming onto the hands if you're not already. Pushing the blocks away. Walking the hands forward, leaning the hips forward. I like to bring both feet together first, and then I can sit back and bring the knees together. You might feel very sore, move very slowly. We're going to sit down on the bum. You can lie on your blanket if you like, or keep it to cover yourself with at the end. When you come down onto the back, hug both knees into the chest. Give yourself a squeeze, rock side to side. And then plant the feet on the ground. Walk the feet as wide as the mat. Hands can be on the body or up above head for an extra stretch. And then let both knees fall down to the left. They might hover, they might come down to the ground. They might need a few breaths and it will slowly lower a little more. Just allow gravity to do this stretch for you. Rest the body into the ground. Take a deep breath. And one more breath here. Use the exhale to lift the knees and go over to the other side. Just notice the difference on each leg. If it's tighter, breathe deeper. One more breath. Exhale to lift the knees back up. Walk the feet back in line with the hips. Lift the right leg, cross the ankle over the left knee, and then use the right arm to press the leg open. If that's enough of a stretch, stay here. If not, we're going to thread right hand through the middle, left hand meets the right at the back of the hamstring, or on top of the shin, whatever works best for you. And then gently squeezing the knees up to the chest. You're going to feel this in the outer right hip, in the glute. And breathe. If the right elbow can meet the right knee, it can press it open to deepen that stretch, but don't worry if not. If you are against a wall, the wall can help you with this stretch. As we press left foot into the wall, and then we can use the right hand to press the knee open. The closer you are to the wall, the deeper the stretch will be. But wherever we are, feel free to close the eyes. Again, really be with that sensation. If you prefer movement, feel free to rock the body side to side gently. Just ease that space open. Big breaths in. Expand and release. Keep squeezing the knees up to the face as you deepen the breath. Three more breaths. nice and slow. As you exhale, slowly release the foot down to the mat. Uncross the leg. If you are against the wall, feel free to put both legs up the wall. If you're on the ground, you can straighten the legs. Take a full body stretch. I'm in between, so I'm going to do half and half. Point the toes and flex the feet. And when you're ready, we'll move to the other side. Left leg crosses over the right. Feel free to hold here first for a few breaths. Let the hip open and relax. And then if you like, grab the legs or place them against a wall. Use the elbow to press the knee open. Relax the head. Big breath in. Long breath out. Again, feel free to rock side to side. Ease the muscles open. Just notice the difference on this leg. Keep squeezing the knees up into the chest. See how deep you can get the breath. Got 3 more breaths here. On your last exhale, again release the legs down. Take a full body stretch. We've got one more deep stretch for the hips. Well done for making it this far. We're going to come and bring the soles of the feet together and let the knees open wide. You can use the blocks here to pad the legs, or if you have 2 blankets, you can use them. Have the blocks whichever way you like. And as you relax into the stretch, if you want to go deeper, you can just slowly, slightly slide the blocks away. Let the legs go a little deeper. Feel free to grab a pillow for your head. This is our last stretch before Shavasana. Make sure you don't skip this Shavasana today. Your body will definitely need it. Hands can be on the stomach, arms can be up above head. Soles of the feet touching, knees wide and heavy. Take a deep breath into it. And just notice if any of the muscles in the legs are still holding on to some tension. As you exhale, let them relax. Feel free to adjust wherever you need to. Make sure you're nice and comfortable. And just total surrender with this pose. Again, gravity will do the stretch for you. So all we have to focus on is the breath. Deep inhales to open up the space. Long, slow exhales to relax and sink into it deeper. Nothing to do, nowhere to be. Keep allowing the body to sink into the ground. Relax all the muscles in the face. Three more deep breaths. You're doing so very well. If the arms are up, slowly slide them down. Bring them to the outer edges of the legs to help lift the knees back up. Close them together. Press the lower back down into the ground and lift up the hips into a bridge. Stretch up and forward. Big breath. And release down. Press the lower back down into the ground. Take another breath. And relax. And now grab a pillow, blankets, whatever you've got to get nice and comfy, cozy for Shavasana. Feel free to use your blocks to pad underneath the knees to take some tension from the lower back. Lie down however is most comfortable for you. If that's on your side, on your stomach, please feel free to do so. Wherever your hips can be most comfortable. After that very deep stretch, well done for showing up on your mat. Well done for showing up for yourself. Well done for putting in the hard work to open up these hips. It's not easy, but it gets easier, I promise. So when you're nice and comfortable, take a big cleansing breath in and a big sigh through the mouth to release. 2 more like that. Expand the body, deepest breath in, and a big sigh to let it all go. Last one on your own. And then sealing the lips, breathing in and out through the nose. As you let the weight of the head sink down into the surface beneath, softening the scalp and the back of the neck. Relaxing all the muscles in the face, softening the eyebrows, softening the cheeks, unclenching the jaw, softening down the throat, down into the shoulders, the upper back melts into the ground. Softening the chest, it grows heavy, the arms grow heavy, down into the hands and the fingers. Relaxing the middle and the lower back. Softening the stomach. Resting the hips, the pelvis, the glute muscles. Softening the thighs and the hamstrings. Softening the knees. Down into the calf muscles. Down into the ankles. Down into the feet. Down into the toes. Take a gentle deep breath in. See if the body can relax even further as you exhale. Relaxing the muscles just a little more. Throwing that little bit heavier. Feel the whole weight of the body sinking down. Feel that stillness. Take a moment to come back to your intention that you may have set at the start of practice. Feel free to stay here for as long as you like after this video finishes. If you would like to, come back to the body and go about your day. Take a big deep breath in and out. Slowly start to wiggle the fingers, wiggle the toes. Slowly blinking the eyes open. Taking another full body stretch whenever you're ready. And then rolling over onto one side. Using the hand to press the body up. You can keep wrapped in your blanket if you like. Come to a nice comfortable seat, hands together at the chest. Thank yourself for showing up to practice today. Thank you for showing up for yourself. You're doing the thing you said you were going to do. Thank you for joining me for your practice. You did very well to get through these deep hip stretches. Keep coming back to this video to keep making progress. I recommend a nice hot deep bath after these stretches. Thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you next time. Namaste.